so when you do the Republic of Thieves.
Yeah. Oh god. Do you want to do the recap?
Okay.
Well, we'll both chime in.
Okay, so there is a
starts with Locke being healed, basically.
Well,
not right at the beginning,
yeah,
but
okay.
it's like they're in the city looking
he's
for.
sick at the start.
Yes.
So Locke is sick. They've done
They're going to all doctors and shit.
He's going to all the doctors. They're trying to figure out whether Locke Lamora can get saved. He's been poisoned by something alchemical, so
Yeah.
it's gone into his blood and it's merged with his blood, right?
Yeah, and it's unknown kind of poison.
Yeah, unknown poison.
It's like bleeding out of his eyes and dick and stuff.
Yeah, it's terrible, and we don't think that he's even going to survive. Yeah. And it gets to the point where Jor, his companion, is actually building almost a gentleman bastards new group, a new gentleman bastards group. He's like training the street kids and stuff, eh?
Is he?
Yeah, and he's trying to look after Locke, and he's training like a gentleman bastards, almost like group, and he's trying to get Locke out of his room and get him back on.
That's the book before, isn't it?
Oh shit!
When he's drunk.
Oh yeah, it is too. You're right. No, what's happened? Oh no, okay, I remember now. Sorry, I got this blurred because I did a little bit of a recap on the other one to start with. Yeah, they're trying to go to every different place to try and figure out a cure, and no one can find a cure because he goes to there's like a word for Physica. He goes to Physicas, and
he goes like the best one who's an asshole.
Yeah,
kidnaps him and shit.
Yeah, and they even do like a yeah, they kidnap him. Yeah, and they like hold him at gunpoint. He's like, "You can't do this. You can't." Yeah. Like, people are gonna find out that I'm doing this, and they even like do like a bit of a ruse on him and stuff, right?
Yeah. He pretends. He tricks his like assistant.
Yeah.
To let him in the gate, and then he like gets them to go with him, and he like blindfolds them, and then walks into the place. And so he doesn't know where they are when he's released.
They basically he reserves himself to death, right? He doesn't think he's going to survive, so he's like really sick, and he just doesn't know what's even going to happen. So they go to another city, and that's when they're contacted by the magic guys, right? The Magi.
Well, they kind of the Physica that they kidnapped. He gets some people to like accost them and like steal all their shit. Yeah, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah,
like you have to just leave with nothing, and like Jean gets beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then Patience comes in.
Yeah, that's right.
And gives her and while this is happening, there's like bits of backstory with like the early days of Locke meeting Sabbatha.
Yeah, I like the back and forward. Yeah. But because I was listening to it, and maybe not always focusing, sometimes I was like, "What's going on here? Is Sabbatha in the future, or is he in the past?" So,
do you think it was like because that's the split two different timelines has been a thing in
most of the books, right?
I think it's been in all of them, but I don't remember it in the second one. But everyone I've seen online is like it's in all of them, but it seems more prevalent in this one.
I think that it was quite prevalent in the first one too.
Right. I
think that there was a lot to do with Locke and Jor's character, and about the bonding of them in the first one.
Yeah.
And about how they really did become friends, and they became friends because they were necessity for each other, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of this one, and I felt like, did you feel at all like it was a paste over? Like he had left the character Sabbatha out and hinted at her death almost in the other two ones.
Yeah, I thought she would be dead actually.
And this one, I was like, oh well, I've got to figure out how to paste her back in.
Could be, but he's like planned 2 7-book 7-book series. Like,
yeah.
This is the first. So it's certainly possible that like now he's doing the whole like Lost style of writing where they just figure it out as they go. But yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, it's basically about Locke trying to get healed. We find that the Magi guy, Patience, the chick, she's the head of the Magi Order, right? Or one of the heads.
Yeah, of there's like kind of two factions almost, like the old, and the sort of old school and new school, and like the Falconer, who was her son, is went like to the new school.
Yeah.
Like that's new school, and as in like ways of thinking, kind of thing.
Yeah. They end up taking Locke's blood out of him and purifying it and then putting it back in, right?
Yeah, it was kind of that healing sort of scene. It was hard to tell what was actually happening for me. I didn't.
Yeah,
just like Sean getting sick and stuff. I mean, I guess that's just the nature of magic, though.
Could be.
But I guess they did take it out of his blood. I suppose it's like a.
Well, I just assumed that's what they were doing because later on it gets explained that they can't heal people.
Yes, that's right. So like the damage was kind of done.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like permanent damage. Like there wasn't like him being like fucked up later on in the book, which I thought would be a thing, but it wasn't. It was just like, oh, he's hungry. But yeah. So basically they did dialysis or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they did dialysis. Magic dialysis. But yeah. Then Patience asks Locke, because obviously they had this run-in with the Falconer and Jor, to go into this 5-year game that the Magi have. And it's the new school versus the old school thinking, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Because the city, or city-state Carthane is like the Bonds Magi's, that's their... where they're from, basically. That's where they set up shop. So like they kind of control everything, but they don't control it in a sense of they are the rulers. It's kind of like they're behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they kind of play this game of politics where they try and win the election honestly.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. As honest as it can be for someone who's behind the scenes.
And Locke and Sean working for Patience, and we find out Sabbather is working for the other side.
Yeah. I thought it was great.
That was why they healed it.
I liked all. For me, in the first 2 books, I didn't enjoy the backstory stuff as much.
Right.
But in this one, I loved it.
Yes, it's good.
And even though I said, you probably pasted it in, bloody good job of it, mate.
Yeah.
You know, bloody good job of it. I thought it was great. I thought the whole thing was cool. It showed them growing up together, getting kicked out, then going to the other city and becoming a troop and everything else.
Yeah.
Anyway. So do you want to jump into your review and then I'll jump into mine?
Alright.
What are you going to give it out of?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I will say that this is the worst of the books. And what I mean by that is like it's 99.9% as good.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to choose between the first and second one as which one I preferred. Maybe the second one.
Same. I totally shadowed the entire review so far. Mine's a 10 out of 10. 90% everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's... And I don't mean this in a bad way, but like overall it's kind of more of the same as what we're used to.
Yeah.
Obviously the events that happen are different, but like, you know, we still have that relationship between Locke and Sean. You know, they get into some scrapes. It's fucking hilarious how like pretty much immediately she like tricks them and throws them into that ship, and then they're sailing like away. Oh man, that was so funny.
Yeah. And then they have dinner about it later on, and that's the thing.
Yeah, it was because like a friendly kind of.
They're gentlemen bastards. Like they're they have a gentleman respect for each other as well, and I thought that was amazing.
And the relationship with like Locke and Sabitha like lived up to the hype set up throughout the previous books, like where he didn't want to talk about her.
But it almost like, I think I remember in one of the other books, I think it must have been the first one, Locke felt like he almost had an aversion to women, like he was didn't want to have sex with women because he didn't know how to do any of that stuff. It felt like he had this love early on, and since then he hasn't even bothered pursuing it because it was...
Yeah, she was like his only...
Yeah. And I thought it was good. It was really good, yeah. Jorah has sex with a bunch of women, doesn't he?
I guess so. Not as much as like Carlo or Goldo.
Yeah. Great to see those characters come back.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. You know what? That's a Gentleman's Bastards book.
I still miss Bug, to be honest. It was like really sad with the dream sequence. He's like, my sins are on my eyes. I'm like,
oh my god. What a powerful writing. My sins are written on my eyes.
Yeah. The dialogue's fantastic. And one thing I noticed... Performance
was great. Audiobook performance.
Oh, yeah.
The crooked one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, almost to the day, I finished Red Seas Under Red Skies, the previous one.
Yeah.
When I finished this. So, like, I read them about a year apart.
Oh, wow.
But it's, like, everything is so good. I could remember pretty much everything. Whereas, like, this other book...
Yeah.
I read a month ago. I can't remember anything.
I don't remember the end of it, to be honest.
Yeah, so like they really stick in your head. Like, but I do want to reread these at some point.
Yeah, I think that doing a trilogy of it when the next one comes out. So the next one comes out, right?
Yeah, maybe this year.
We hit 1, 2, 3. Or audio all the time. So we hit them, then do the new one. But the new one's a prequel, eh?
No, I think it's a sequel.
Awesome then. We'll just hit it. Because I think that the third one would work really well coming straight after number 2.
Yeah.
Because the first one's mostly self-contained.
Yeah.
The second one is mostly... it's kind of self-contained, but it leads off.
Yeah.
And the third one is completely dependent on the second one. The start of it, anyway.
I suppose, yeah.
And I feel like it really would lend itself if you did the second one and the third one together.
Yeah.
You'd really have a bit more appreciation for it, I think.
One thing I thought was... I don't know what to call it, but... So, the author... When he was writing this, he like went through a divorce and diagnosed with depression and stuff. You can kind of see that with Locke a bit, especially when he was very sick.
Yeah.
But there's like one scene where like you're talking about like life kicking you in the balls and stuff. I just thought that was like his real life experiences kind of
showing through. Yeah, could be. I think that
I mean, that kind of tone was set in the
I think the language in it is amazing. Like, it's an old English setting, right? Because there's no guns or anything like that. It's all... Kind of
like Renaissance kind of...
Yeah, it feels like a...
period.
It feels like a Renaissance. Like, it feels like
1600s or something.
Yeah. But, like, people have dinner jackets and they wear, like, makeup and powdered wigs and things like that. I mean, it seems really interesting, like an interesting world. There's no old English language in it. I don't like that. Like, you know, I don't miss it. I think that's great. I think it's great that he moved away from it. I think to throw that in there would just be a bit like, I don't like that. Like,
it's like taking the best bits.
Yeah, I don't like that. Just because it's an olden day story, that you have to use old English. I think that's it. You know. Done with, you know. We don't read the Three Musketeers in French just because it's French. You know what I mean? We don't have to read every single line as you're more, we're going down now. You know.
Anyway, back to the
go for it.
Plot of it. There's like back and forth, and the election ends in a draw. Patience and her crew kill all the other new school fucking magi.
Yep.
And then Locke and Drawn don't get shit. Sabbath fucks off. And they have to leave the city because it's going to turn into chaos after, because the Magi protect the city, kind of.
Yeah. But then it was also revealed that Locke was a Magi.
Well,
and then
she said he was, but it's still kind of up in the air.
Yeah. But it's also hinted at that there's a reason why Sabbath is like that as well.
Yeah, I kind of thought...
is that his wife? Was his wife in the second?
Yeah, because the red hair thing.
Yeah.
So it was... Yeah. It's still...
Because they cut off the explanation before it's explained. He was like, "Fuck, I don't believe you," or something.
Oh yeah, because there was that painting that Patience leaves Locke, and it destroys itself in a day or something.
Yeah.
So, they're no better off from the end of the first book. It's every book they end up with well, we're alive, but we don't have anything.
Well,
which I maybe you could call repetitive, but
I like that. I think it's down and out, and I think that because they're very aware of it in this book as well. They're like, we've lost fortunes, and now we've got to try and keep this one, but they don't.
Yeah,
brilliant though. Brilliant. They are learning.
What did you think of? Oh, sorry, and then we get that fucking awesome epilogue with the Falconer waking up. I was wondering if somehow he was going to come back after the first book. It was he's not dead.
Yeah. I thought that was amazing.
So good.
That amped me up so much for the last thing. That last scene.
He kills his mum with the fucking birds.
Yeah, but how savage? It really does show you how savage this guy's thinking is as well. They're all trying to cut each other's throats. They're doing this and that, and they're
I'm really worried for them actually. It's so good. I'm I'll almost be. I think it's possible we won't see the Falconer until like book 5. Again,
do you think that he'll be like behind the scenes?
Maybe. I don't. Yeah. But anyway, like I really want to read the next one, but I'd be like scared if he's like the main villain because it's like, oh, so
if
someone's gonna die. Like, oh man.
And the other thing is, there's not many people left to kill.
Yeah.
Or are we just going to introduce Sabbatha to kill her off?
Yeah.
And I think that would be... I think he's done a good enough job for it to be impactful.
Mm.
I hope it's not sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her for like ages.
Yeah.
What did you think of... And this again is a thing in all of the books, but I really noticed it here, and I didn't hate it. It was sometimes frustrating. Anyway, so like you're following one timeline in the present day, and then it gets to like this cliffhanger, and then suddenly it's back to previous times.
Yeah.
And you're like, I really want to know what happens in the present day, like right now.
Yeah.
But then the past timeline,
isn't that as interesting?
Well, not actually. It maybe not as interesting, but still interesting enough to where I get to the end of that. There's a cliffhanger on that,
and then
I'm back to that. Like, oh, okay, that's.
I think that's brilliant. I think that I really do. I think it is.
A lot of people don't gave it like bad score because of that. But.
Oh no, I think suspense works well when you're doing that. I think that's the whole reason for suspense. I think if you really think about it, that's what makes monster films work. Monster things like. Oh, we shouldn't have seen Dracula. Like, we shouldn't have seen that thing. We shouldn't have seen the monster yet. Like, there's so many films that like are really good because it just leaves you in suspense.
Questions.
Yeah. I think sometimes you overexpose things. Like, I think Doctor Who.
Blair Witch.
Yeah, Blair Witch, perfect. Yeah, perfect explanation. I think that if you showed the witch in that, you would have ruined the story. If you explain too much, sometimes you're ruining it, So I think it's perfect, and I think that the cliffhangers really were great. Like I think one of them was, we're gonna burn the body on stage, and I was like, how are they gonna do? Oh fuck! I gotta listen to the future thing. I was like, but the future thing was good. Like guys, what the fuck, He's so good at writing. He's making me want more of the book. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna complain about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. It's quite interesting having complete polar opposites of like reviews.
Yeah, definitely. I think I think it's good to have something that we don't like, or something that we don't necessarily think was in our wheelhouse to read, because it exposes us to different things and exposes us to things that we may potentially like out of something.
Yeah.
Like I really did like some of the concepts in the other book, but wasn't all for me. Yeah. Yeah. And do you do like any other books that you did in lockdown? You don't do any of those, or?
Okay. Shit. I've read a lot.
Anything that stands out to you?
I've got to think when, because I talked about some in the last one, so I don't want to. I mean, Malice definitely
cool.
stand out.
Maybe do that one.
It's really good. Read some more Journeys, but that's good. The Terminalist by Jack Carr. Really good. It's
really
like, because I told you about how I didn't like the latest Victor the Assassin.
Yeah, that's the one you replaced it with, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's not as many in the series, but it's yeah, really well done. Read some more Harry Bosch. That was good as always. Up to like book 6 or something in there.
Oh, cool.
And I'm also reading the books in the Harry Bosch universe. So I'm basically reading Michael Connolly's books in publication order.
Oh, okay.
And one of them was The Poet, where it follows this reporter whose like twin was killed, and then it's like a serial killer kind of thing.
I'll just have a look and see what else I got. Blood's Campaign is what it was called.
Oh yeah,
Angus Donald one. Fucking good, really good. A little bit like Sharp, a little bit like yeah, really cool. I told you that I was doing that Simon Scarro's Under the Eagle, right?
Yeah.
That was cool. Don't remember anything about it though.
Okay.
Just a cool jaunt. Like I don't know if you'll like it. It was just Roman Empire stuff.
Well, I'm thinking of reading Golden's stuff.
Golden.
What's it called? It's the same kind of thing.
Same
it follows
kind of
like Julius Caesar, I think.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it's basically one guy who was like a page or a servant in democracy, and he knew a secret or something that like got him cast out. But the only place to go was the army, so they made him like a lieutenant or something instead of a private.
Okay.
But all the lieutenants were like gruff, like dudes who are older than him.
He's green.
So he's green, and he's like in a position of power. Not much power, but he is in a position of power. And he's also someone who can read, and he's kind of like effeminate and stuff like that. He's like, oh, I'd like to know what the gossip is and things like that. And so it was kind of cool. It was cool.
Interesting.
It was good. I don't know if I probably did it in the last one. Great Gatsby, I think. I don't know what else I've done. I've read other things. I've read a bunch of Doctor Who books, all great, pretty good. I finished Silverthorn from Rainy Feist.
Oh right, okay.
Really cool. So you just jump back in. All the characters from the first one are present in the second one, but they're not like all main characters. You got all your new main characters, and they all go on an adventure. Great, just absolutely great. Cool mythical beast one, or mythical
nice
one. Yeah. What else?
The Stand. I mean, you really have to work for it, but that's like a perfect book. I think.
10 out of 10, you reckon?
Yep.
Cool. Should we do a Stephen King thing? Like, should we do like a couple of Stephen King books?
We should. I definitely think we should.
Is Stand By Me a book?
Yes, I believe it is.
I wouldn't mind doing that. And then like watching the movie and comparing them both.
I haven't seen the movie, actually.
You haven't seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a great film.
Old Man's War by John Scalzi.
Oh, yeah.
Have you read that?
No, but you said I should.
So
You
good.
said I should, yeah.
Because I went into that, I was like, nah, I probably won't like this. Like, I've heard some good things, some bad things, but I really enjoyed it. It was like charming, is like what I got out of it in terms of like the writing and what happens. Like, it's a war story, like a sci-fi war story.
Yeah.
But I just really, really liked it. I quite liked The Last Kingdom by Bernard Cornwell, even though I've seen
You liked
the
it?
TV show. Yeah, it was
I
really
thought,
good.
because I'd seen the TV show, it was good. I really enjoyed the TV show, the first season. I haven't watched all of them.
Yeah. So the book is like the first half of the first season.
Yeah, when I jumped into the book, it was like, or maybe it was a narrator or something for me. It just seemed it was a bit heavy.
Right.
But it was good.
I quite like the Drizzt stories. I just finished the third one. R.A. Salvatore.
Oh yeah. That first one's cool. I like that. I like that one. Yeah. But like I said, I think I said to you when you first finished it, that one, they're all very just like Dungeons and Dragons-y. It's like very...
Yeah, you can't take it seriously.
Yeah. But I think sometimes you want something like that, you know?
It's refreshing in a way.
Yeah.
Now,
I think that's what Doctor Who is for me.
Okay,
You've got like your
Yeah.
D&D books.
Fair enough, The Whale Road. This is a book I started. I got like most of the way through it like a year ago, and I just did not finish it. And then I started it again, powered through it. Like, it has quite a few problems, and I kind of didn't know why they were attacking this castle at the end. But there's a lot of potential, I guess, in it. Like, I just really, really wanted to like it, and that kind of
so do you think that you're
like buy the sequel?
For real? So like you're wanting.
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Just your wanting to like the book pushed you through it.
And the things that were good kind of made up for its flaws in a way.
Yeah, I can see that. I got Legion on the David Gemmell one on audio.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to do that in between reading books.
Do it.
So if you want to review that next time as well, we can
I do want to reread it.
You want to reread it, or do you want to like listen to it?
I'll probably read it because I listened to it the first time.
Oh yeah, cool.
And I own 2 physical copies of it, so I should probably.
2 physical copies. Oh.
Yeah, one's like the first edition.
And another one's for lending out to borrowed.
Yeah.
So guys, good one.
I reread Berserk Cold.
Oh, did you?
I've read a bunch of the Brunei series.
And I see you got a little less hatred, isn't it? A little more hatred? Or?
A little hatred.
A little hatred.
Oh, yeah, and there's the troops, so that's...
Cool. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a good one. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Republic of Thieves.
Yeah.
Who... what's it? Oh, Scott Lynch. Of course it is. I forgot the author's name. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait for your next one, mate.
Yeah. It might be this year. There's no official date.
Yeah.
But it's expected end of this year.
I kind of, I don't know. I don't want to push it on you, but I think you should like do some Patrick Rothfuss.
Oh, I've been thinking about it. I've got The Name of the Wind.
The second one was amazing for me, but I do like the Name of the Wind. I just liked it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, but it's like, I don't know, I've just been kind of saving it.
Release number 3. That's what you should do.
It's been like 9 years.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah, actually, what do you think about that? Like, do you... I guess you kind of answered it a little bit there, but are you, like, pissed off at authors that take ages? You know, like, release the book, like, hurry the fuck up. Or are you... do it when you want to do it, or not at all?
I feel like you do it when you want to do it, and it's finished when it's finished.
Yes.
I
agree.
Like any piece of art, once I've given you the manuscript, or once I've said, this is it, there's no taking that back. When someone reads it, that's what the third book is.
Yeah.
And I can totally understand why someone doesn't want to do that straight away. They're like, oh no, this is what has to happen to the character. I've got to rewrite a whole part of it. Yeah. You know? So I understand why people want to really hone in on what it is the story has to be. I think if we have to wait, we have to wait.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop me from wanting it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think us as fans or us as readers have any claim over that book until it's been written.
Yeah, they don't.
It's ungrateful.
Anything. Yeah.
It's ungrateful. They're creating pleasure for us.
I agree. Like, because I'm in a couple of those fantasy groups, and there's like most people seem to be like, they owe us something because I've started the series and I've been left hanging. It's like, well, they could have not created anything at all, and then you wouldn't experience that.
That's true.
They don't owe you anything.
It just shows you that they're good writers.
Yeah.
That they're good writers, that you're invested in this world that they've got.
It can be frustrating, but like, you know, it shows you care about
the characters and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to be able to have someone moan at me for writing a book. Like, please release the next one.
Yeah.
I'm trying, man. I don't know what I'm doing. You know.
I would love to have that problem.
Yeah, I'd love to have that problem.
Yeah. I guess it's just that thing that good things take time. Well, not
good things do take time. That's what it is.
It's not always though. Like some authors just smash out books. Yep. Good things can take time.
Things happen when they happen.
Yeah. Because if they rushed it, then it would be like not as good.
Yeah, you wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I feel.
And they're not slaves.
Yeah, they're not slaves. But I also feel like sometimes when there is that pressure of someone saying, "Oh, you got to finish your bloody book" and stuff like that, that's going to create a worse product anyway. I don't know how the next Game of Thrones book's going to come out. I don't know how that poor fella.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think with the drop of the show and everyone, a whole bloody year. Was it 2 years? Something like, God, it was a long time waiting for that last season.
Oh yeah, it was at least a year and a half. Might have been 2 years.
Yeah, and then we get those episodes. I'm not saying that they were bad because I don't even remember seeing any of them.
They were not good.
But you know, it's gonna definitely jade the perspective of the book. People are not going to be as excited for the book now.
Yeah, and it's more pressure to make sure he gets it good, right? Yeah, although, I wonder if, like, the broad strokes is, like, if that was what he was planning, he's like, nope, not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, true. Well, I feel like because
I don't think he was going to make...
As a TV show, you're less likely to kill off characters because you're paying those dudes to act for you.
Fans fucking love them and shit.
Like, look how long Shane lasted on Walking Dead, you know. Daryl. Yeah. No, it doesn't even exist in the comic.
Yeah. It's right. Everyone just loves Norman Reedus, whatever his name is.
We want him in everything.
Yeah.
Fucking
hasn't washed
CSI Miami.
He hasn't washed his balls in like 10 years and everyone loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what though? He's half the reason why that was it that fucking Hideo Kojima game.
Oh yeah, that's
right. He's half the reason why it's a success.
Death Stranding.
Like, this is how it was literally explained to me in that game. Walking simulator, Norman Reedus, Monster Energy drink. In the middle of it, you pull out a can of Monster Energy drink and you drink it. It's a sellout.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's a fucking big ad.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, I thought I'd be like playing that, but I just like, can't be fucked.
I think visually it's probably beautiful, but you need to have story. And that's what we love. Anyway, that's it.